Alright, hello everybody. Sorry for the slight delay. The stream messed up again. But nonetheless, we are back for some Phoenix Dota Australia server intermediate division. This time, we're going to be watching Wash But Not Clean taking on SLAPNUT MAGOO'S. And what seems to be an interesting match because we've seen Wash But Not Clean. We've seen both these teams play it out. First time they're going to be meeting each other in this group stage. I'm going to be having some co-casters joining me in just a little bit. By the way, my name is Hano the Caster. A little bit of late introduction. Sorry, I'm a little bit discombobulated. I was fixing a lot of things and now machine wasn't working and all that stuff. But nonetheless, we're here now. No more excuses, no more complaints. But we're going to be having Kreos or Yose joining the stream in just a moment. But looking at the draft so far right now, Dream Protector, OD, Axe, Pangolier, Nyx Assassin, Band on the side of Wash. For the sides of Slapnuts, it's Earth Spirit, Lich, Pugna, Clockwork, and the Drow Ranger. Wash But Not Clean will be picking up the Warlock, Terrorblade, and a Spirit Breaker. As for Slapnut, they're going to be getting the Shadow Demon and the Shadow Fiend. A little bit of a Shadow combo going on over there. But I'm interested to see, this might be a Terrorblade position 3. I don't think we have seen a POS 3 TB consistently yet. I think I've seen a POS 4 TB, but I don't think I've casted a game with a POS 3 Terrorblade just yet. Shadow Shaman gonna get picked up here by Slapnut. Interesting support duo over here. So most definitely, it's Shaman and well, the three of them are actually named Shadow. That's actually kind of crazy. I don't know if this is attended or whatnot.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
But I'm interested that they actually pick a Spirit Breaker into a Shadow Demon because once that Shadow Demon does get his Aghanims, he does apply a break. I think he also applies a Dispel on the Spirit Breaker. So that Dispel is basically like a free Yule Scepter on a Spirit Breaker, even though he activates Bulldoze and all that. Night Stalker getting picked up here by Slapnut. I really like the Night Stalker pick here. Causes a lot of havoc, a lot of chaos around this one. Warlock won't really have that much of a good game, and as well as a Terrorblade. Once you get on top of that Terrorblade, he doesn't really do that Sunder saves that he's being used for in the offlane. Spectre will be the answer here for Wash But Not Clean. Interesting pickup. So Spectre will be definitely feast on these two supports on Shadow Demon, Shadow Shaman. Once she starts getting that Mantis out as well as the Orchid. That's her usual build now.
Remaining.
Going up against a Night Stalker though, that lane should be slightly Night Stalker favored. But again, Spectre is paired with Warlock. But I expect that Spectre to be on the back foot on the laning phase. See what's going to be the final two bans here for both these teams. So for Wash But Not Clean, they're going to be taking out the Queen of Pain. As for Slapnut, they take out the Viper and the Zeus. Interesting Zeus ban. I could definitely see why, because could disrupt the Shadow Shaman casts, channeling and all that. So both teams are lacking a mid laner. Puck is still available here on the side of Slapnuts, if I were to say. Pangolier is also banned. Ember Spirit will be the final pick here for Wash But Not Clean. You know, Ember Spirit is not really the most meta mid laner, but when in the right hands, still can be pretty devastating. pickup here for Slapnuts. Again, I still think Puck should be considered in this one. It's actually
Choose
Void
your
Spirit.
hero.
Ooh, interesting pickup. So Eligi going to be on that Ember Spirit. Chris will be on that Void Spirit. Yeah, so it's going to be a pause 3 Terrorblade. Spring Roll on going to be on that Spectre. Interesting, interesting. So these two lineups, they look fairly even. In my eyes though, I think Slapnuts has the better draft just because of that Night Stalker here. If that Night Stalker pops off, that Ember Spirit as well as the Terrorblade, you know, let's throw in the Warlock as well. They're not really going to be having the easiest of games. But this is going to be a best of 2, by the way, so another potential, which we're gonna see which team will end up with a 1-1 or a 2-0 here, potentially. Excited for this one. And hopefully, Krayos and Oriose will show up here because they have not been replying to my messages. I'll shed a little bit of a tear while they're not here. But you know what? While they're not here, I'm gonna go pick up the slack in the meantime while they're still gonna show up. Hopefully they're safe and sound. Anyways, enough about crying about me being all alone in the casting right now.
Prepare for
Let's go straight into the lineup announcements here. Wash but not clean, they're gonna be starting out on the Radiant side. Killer Ari on that Spirit Breaker, Swiftness on the Terrorblade, Eligi on that Ember Spirit, Spring Roll on the Spectre, and Claire on the Warlock. On the Dire side, that's going to be Slapnut Magoo. That's gonna be Pretzel on the Shadow Demon, Forgus on the Shadow Fiend, Chris Z on that Void Spirit, Flying Tree on the Shadow Shaman, and Yoshi on that Night Stalker. Shout out to Yoshi, by the way, had a really good axe play the last time I casted Slapnut's game. 3-man call into a 5-man team wipe during that one game. Still can't get over it. I still get dreams over that one. 5-man smoke from by the looks of it, or rather a 5-man invade on the side of Slapnuts, on the side of Washed. But it looks like it's going to be another 5-man group up here by Washed. They're gonna be most likely splitting the runes, you know, unless 5-man group decides to walk into each other. But Night Stalker actually straying away from his team here.
I sense distortions in the void.
5-man group. A Wash but not clean. They're gonna be walking up to the high ground, so that will be a
Come
most
on, then.
definite
Off you
2-2
go.
rune split here. So nothing more is going to be coming out of that one. So laning wise, I expect a lot from this Shadow Fiend in the safe lane here, because I feel like it's his lane to lose up against Terrorblade. But again, Terrorblade is being picked up against heroes like Shadow Fiend as well as the Luna, just because he has high armor. He is susceptible to magic damage, but he does usually rush pipe, which basically cures that magic damage. He has the Reflection that can help deal with the Luna plus a Shadow Fiend, which the stronger they are, the harder they'll hit on the Reflection. They even have the Sunder, which also serves as a save from Doom potentially. And you know, save in general, but mostly used against Doom. So that's why I believe Slapnut would opt to go for the Night Stalker instead. Very curious about the Ember Spirit pickup. They did ban out Eligi's signature Earth Spirit hero here. But Eligi is one hell of a player. I'll give her that much. The lane to watch here is probably, I would opt towards the top side of the Shadow Fiend, Shadow Shaman, because of how explosive this could potentially be. SF, obviously, that high damage, he can do a whole lot of damage in the laning phase, even if he does struggle CS-wise, as long as he hits all those raises against Swiftness. That is still magical damage. Bottom side should be relatively passive thanks to that Spectre Warlock combo, and Every time I see a Warlock in a lane with a carry, I just already assume that I'm not going to kill that laning phase, or rather that laning combo, unless one of them steps out or takes a little bit too much harass. A little bit of go there in mid lane. Chris taking a lot of punishment from Eligi. Eligi low on the mana department though, so cannot keep up that pressure. Bottle though on the Void Spirit first. Eligi should be getting hers as well. Water Rune should be split up between Chris and Ember Spirit. Last hits though, favoring the Ember Spirit. Top side, Flying Tree. Takes a lot of punishment right there from Killari and with this. Very low. Metamorphosis was popped though. Looks like no kills will be found here. Very careful there. I mean, Metamorphosis as well. You can do a 3-1-1 build on Terrorblade. He already has like a built-in damage kill as well. Literally, Terrorblade offlane is everything you want in the patch. Even builds aura as well. Mid lane. Ooh. Throwing out that Astral Spirit. Astral, either Remnant. Astral Spirit. But he's gonna man up actually, Chris. Eligi will get the root off there on the Void Spirit. Looks like they're both really playing this really close. Sleight of Fist in one more second. Chris still has one more bottle charge left. Looks like that should deter Chris from pushing into Eligi because Eligi did regen up. Top side, looks like a charge was used there on Forgus. Forgus has to be very careful. Reflection and up in just one more second, but the raises are coming through. That's gonna be first blood going to Forgus, but Forgus has to be careful himself. Swiftness is going to use the reflection, one more hit. Ooh, really close there. Flying Tree, we'll get the shackle off onto Terrorblade. Gonna get a lot of harassment in though. Shadow Fiend forced to walk back home despite that kill on the Spirit Breaker. First blood though will be going in his favor.
Never refuse gold given.
Bottom side we haven't really checked in here. CS wise, very even 19-19 for both these guys. Mid side, gonna be Chain plus an Aether Remnant, gonna be latching onto the both of them here. Man, this mid lane is such a joy to watch if I'm being honest. They're really just exchanging these hits. Top side, Forgus. Reflection, charge forward. Are we gonna get any bashes? Killari, not even a single bash. Unlucky. Maybe you should have bought that compendium, Killari. But still, a lot of harassment being done here onto this SF. Shadow Shaman was pulling, so he's not able to help out the SF much sooner. Upside, they have to be careful. Shackle, raises, going through, one more raise. It's a triple raise, but Spirit Breaker is just too tanky for that SF to finish him off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Able
attack.
to shackle even.
Dire's middle tower
Not enough
is
to kill him
under
off.
attack.
Let's get back to his statement. Look at that reflection go. Nighttime, by the way, has hit. So I'm really curious to see if this Night Stalker will eventually make a
Radiant's middle
move.
tower is under attack.
In terms of level, he's very dead even with this Spectre. And as a Spectre, I really would like to see that. Mid lane, Illusion Rune get picked up by Chris here. And here comes the steps coming out. Eligi in a lot of trouble. No mana though for the Remnants. Spirit Breaker comes over, but it's a little too late. Chris was very lucky with that Illusion Rune.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Results in a kill there. Solo kill onto Eligi. Topside, charge forward. Hits onto both heroes. Here comes the Metamorphosis as well. Forgus taking a lot of damage, and my goodness. That That's only level 1. Here comes the teleport from Yoshi. Yoshi will activate Crippling Fear. And Flying Tree has to be careful, taking a lot of punishment from Swiftness. And Yoshi, continuing to Man-Fright right now, does have a Solar Break to try to burst down Swiftness. The bash coming through! No way! Killer Ari! That's just way too skilled. Shadow Shaman's passive will get popped. But here comes a rotation from Chris. Chris, you left him alive, but Forgus is just able to finish off the Terrorblade with a raise. Too close for comfort for overall. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off. The Terrorblade going down. But you did lose SF once there, and the fight took so long that SF was just able to come back and just take that kill onto the Terrorblade.
You and I.
Wisdom Rune's gonna be split here between both sides, 1-1. Very dead even game here. Less than 1k gold lead on the side of Slapnut. As for Washed, they haven't really set the tempo just yet. Thanks to this Terrorblade controlling the SF, the Spectre staying relatively safe. Ember Spirit did die twice if I'm not mistaken, or once. Topside, looks like a ward has been placed down. Forgus gets spotted out here in the jungle. Elegate will pop down to fight Damajun with the slight root combo. Killari will secure that kill with a bash. Elegate with that rotation over. Forgus dies yet again. Second one on him.
Gaea's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Gaea's top tower is under attack. Gaea's structures are fortified.
Bottom.
Radiant's middle tower
A little bit of a
is
go
under
there
attack.
attempt onto that
Gaea's
Warlock.
top tower
Should be
is
fine
under
though.
attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is
tower
under
will get
attack.
taken down.
Tower is
First
forward.
tower falls down. 9 minutes in. Mid tower looks like it's going to be next, but Elgi will make her rotation back down here to defend her tower. There's a charge though on Flying Tree. Flying Tree tried to dodge this one out. Beautiful Aether Remnant. Pulls in Killer Ari. And Killer Ari, he's in trouble. Shackles going through. Forgus gets that kill. Spring Roll will use the Spectral Haunt in. Or rather, the Shadow Step in.
Gaea's top tower is
But
under
instantly has to
attack.
step out because there's going to be way too much damage from that Shadow Fiend plus Void Spirit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Never refuse gold
It's a
given.
big stack, by the way, that Forgus is trying to take.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Mid tower will get taken out. Middle. Chris has to be careful. Gonna get charged. They do have one remnant. Will they use it? Doesn't look like they can. Flying Tree will be hexing up Eligi. Eligi should be fine. But Chris, does he know? Oh, he actually misses it. But here comes the Shackle shots. Shackle save from Flying Tree. But the rock will get dropped. That passive will be stalling things out, but nonetheless, Claire will find that kill, and Pretz will come over in the mid lane only to give his life away to Eligi.
Beyond.
Good support rotation there in the mid lane. We'll find 2 kills and potentially a
Gaea's
tower
middle tower is
with that
under
Warlock
attack.
Golem being placed down.
Gaea's middle tower has fallen.
The tower gets taken down, and all of a sudden, Wash but not clean. They're gonna be taking advantage of the game. Chain's cutting out here on top of Chris. Chris already has a Yasha. And Eligi. Oh, a little bit of a juke over there. Ooh. Nice move. Aether Redmond still catches him out though. And the charge coming through from Killari trying to save Eligi, but Eligi's out of mana. Here comes a reflection. All hands on deck to try to save this Terrorblade. Disruption save on top of the Void Spirit. Void Spirit will be trying to get out there with the Dissimulate, but he's surrounded. No charge with the Spectral Dagger as well. Aether Remnant. How is no one dead yet?
Tower is under attack.
Fatal Bonds, but in the backline, here comes Forgus. They'll find Swiftness. Ultimate on top of that Spectre. Can the Spectre try to escape this one? They actually will find it. Bretz with a combo, and they'll even find Killer Ari
Rest well.
in the mid
Your
lane.
death has consequence.
The Demonic Purge as well as the Shadow Poison stacks. More than enough to take down the Spectre. So it ends up being a 3 for none. Beautiful movement right there from Slapnut, and Nice try from Eligi to try to juke out that Night Stalker, but in the end, just gets ran down by him. Bottom. Charge through. Can they actually get this kill? Yeah, the burst is more than enough there. Yoshi just gets bursted down from across the map. And I think that's a danger here with the Spectre Spirit Breaker combo. The moment Spirit Breaker starts charging, you bet that Spectre already has her eyes set on whoever the charge victim is. So far, 67, 12 minutes in. I think if this game keeps getting drawn out, Washpot that cleans lineup does have a better late game in my opinion. I mean, obviously on the side of Slapnut, you do have Shadow Fiend, right? You have a Void Spirit that's going to cause havoc. You have a Night Stalker that's gonna cause chaos. But if Washpot not clean, if the Spirit Breaker can just keep getting these pickoffs across the map alongside that Spectre, could be a different story. A lot of the pressure, in my opinion, on Slapnut right now, I wouldn't even be looking at the cores. I would be looking at this Shadow Demon and how well he can fare. Because that Demonic Purge is going to be such a huge factor later on in the game. And assuming that he can get the Ags, that Spectre as well as the Spirit Breaker won't be really having that much of a good game. Because once you start getting the breaks onto that Spectre, that Dispersion is going to be useless. Looks like there's gonna be a group up bottom. Yoshi will be using the Twin Gates. Wait, Wisdom Rune. Guys, Wisdom Rune. Killari is gonna get this one for free. Despite Killari getting that Wisdom Rune, looks like they will be finding the Terrorblade in the jungle. Charge coming through, but here comes the Ember Spirit as well with a Regen Rune active, but Killari looks like he will most likely get bursted down, but here comes the Shackle going through, and there's gonna be a Sunder Save on top of Eligi. Requiem will get popped on a beautiful rock, hits on the 3 with the Fatal Buns as well. They're just going to town. Spring Roll will be coming in, Forgus will find Killari at the very least, but Flying Tree in the middle of everyone. Chris will find Switless at the end. Switless already did his job. Spring Roll will get a double kill somehow in this fight. Chris continuing to fight it up right now, but Springwell taking way too much damage. The only one left alive here is Eligi. Eligi, can she try to get any of these kills? We'll find Forgus at the very least, but Chris will find a triple kill in this fight. A full man team wipe already. 14 minutes in.
This isn't an accident now.
It looked good on the side of Wash, but not clean, but that SF was just left to his own devices. Got off the Requiem, got off a few good hits in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And in the end, it's going to be a triple kill for your Void Spirit. So this Void Spirit popping off already now has a Manta style thanks to that one. Killari, by the way, gets 2 Wisdom Runes. Always a good sight to see if you're a support player. Blink Dagger now, by the way, on Yoshi.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom tower gonna get taken down there. 15 minutes in. Terrorblade. If I'm the Terrorblade right now, I mean, that was a really good attempt at the fight. You got initiated on, you end up helping that Ember Spirit stay alive, prolong that fight, but you definitely need this Ring of Tarask. I hear an ultimate topside. That's gonna be the Orchid reveal, and this SF just man fighting. Hey, how is this SF still alive? No way he's gonna survive this one, but he's gonna stall long enough for that Chris Void Spirit to come over and finds 2 kills. Oh no, that's not what you want. SF just stands his ground, and in the middle lane, Eligi gets founded out. Demonic Purge on top of the Ember Spirit as well as that silence. Can they try to find this kill? Can he dodge out the damage? Doesn't look like they can, but speaking about stalling things out, the Ember Spirit stalls long enough for his teammates to come over. Warlock plus that Terrorblade keeps him alive, and they didn't even need a Sunder. Eligi. So all across the map, 2 for 1s. Gonna be dished out.
Radiant's top tower is
Mage Slayer, by the way, on Eligi.
Radiant's top tower
Both
has
these teams
fallen.
have each other's number right now.
My path leads.
I think he continue to farm up right now, and the Ember Spirit right now, I feel like Ember Spirit's the X factor. And even the player, I mean, Eligi has just been so good, so consistently good these past few Phoenix seasons as the mid laner. Earth Spirit, Wind Ranger, you name it, she can play it. And right now, she's been gaming on this Ember Spirit so far. Smoke movement here gonna be popped. Dark Ascension gonna be used here as well as for the Night Stalker, but looks like they're not gonna be able to find anyone. A little bit of a shame there. Back to farming for both these teams. Looking at the SF, I believe he should have a BKB on the way. Warlock rushing the Aghanim Scepter, and did Warlock get the talent? Yes, he got the talent of that HP mana regen to burn damage, the champion of Goroth. Yeah, once his Warlock starts to get these regen items going, those Warlock golems are going to hurt, but they do have an SF to answer. Actually, I was wrong. Looks like the SF doesn't have BKB just yet, so I thought that SF already had a recipe getting delivered in. Oh, who has joined?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Krios, statistics. Very late.
I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. Are you already in the game, Krios?
Not yet. I am pulling it up right now.
Alright. Please take over. I've been yapping for God knows how long.
Alright, you're gonna have to give me like maybe 5 minutes to kind of, get used to what's going on, and then afterwards I maybe can cast.
Oh, don't worry.
This is-
It's basically
this is-
Spectre versus SF. Farmville right now for both teams.
It's Wash But Not Clean versus SLAPNUT Magoo.
Yep.
Alright. Let's see. This is Nightly's team, I think? No, wait, I'm not
No.
sure.
Nightly's, if I'm not mistaken, is Dusk, right?
Yeah, I thought it was Dusk.
No, they're in upper division. This is
Not
intermediate.
quite as slow now.
Alright. Oh, this is intermediate.
Yep.
Okay. No. Nightly is playing against me. That's my division, which is
Oh.
Inter.
Oh, Nightly. This Friday.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. I don't know these players. I just know Claire and Claire.
Dire's middle tower is under
Alright.
attack.
What do you think of the new patch, actually? I know.
What was
I
a
see
new patch
quite a few
actually?
notes.
I didn't see.
Oh, okay. So SF got a bit nerfed, but I mean, his thing is still quite strong, right? If the team plays with him, he can be quite strong, I think. So it's not like he's completely fallen off. I think the patch is quite mild. It's 7.37. A few changes here and there. It's interesting though. I like I mean, you have TB3. I guess that's the most interesting pick
Oh,
here.
wait, hold on.
Right.
Roshan? Oh no, Hilari. Tried to charge in to make a play.
That's
Gets
ridiculous.
demonic purged. Chris, wicked sick now on that Void Spirit. Plus Roshan.
Into the Dire.
I mean, Shadow Demon is a very classic Bara corner, right? Did they first pick the
Dire's
Bara?
bottom tower is under attack.
No, they actually picked Bara into the Shadow Demon.
What the heck? Okay, that's very strange.
Dire's
that is
middle
good.
tower is under
I like
attack.
I mean, just in terms of picks here, right? TB is very nice against SF.
A tool to
I assume that they first phase
Dire's
SF and then they
top tower is
respond
under attack.
with the TB3 because the reflection gives the aura to everyone. But nice thing is that on the Shadow Demon shard, it can purge the purge the SF
Radiant's bottom
illusion
tower is
from the
under
TB, so
attack.
that's nice.
Radiant's
Apart from that, there's also the
structures
BKB,
are
I guess.
fortified.
But yeah, apart from that, I don't really see that much like team dispels. Usually you get like Lotus Whip or something, or the SF.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
we are seeing
Dire's
the
top tower is
so
fallen.
I guess another combo that looks nice
Radiant's
here,
bottom
and I'm
tower
speaking
has
of combos
fallen.
because that's
Dire's middle tower
what a
is
draft
under
is.
attack.
Shadow Shaman's ult works really well with SF's minus armor, especially
Yeah.
defensive, right? Like SF
Dire's
kind of doesn't like being vulnerable to right click, so he usually stays back until it's a good time for him. But SF like can just give the aura while the wards
Dire's
take down
middle
all the
tower is
buildings.
under attack.
So that's definitely something that I am curious on actually.
Oh,
So
mid lane.
we see
Dark
Night
Ascension
Stalker.
gets popped, and it looks like the Ember Spirit though, long gone.
Yeah, good dodge by him. Net worth wise, we see the 2K lead on the.
Wait, Spring Roll. Oh, baited there on the illusion. So, wrong
Uh,
illusion. Manta style, by the way, on Spring Roll. But this Night Stalker still chasing. I think, yeah, he spots out Spring Roll. They have a void. Oh no, the silence, the cancel TP. They found him in the tree. Shackle goes through. Spring Roll is a very, very dead Spectre.
Oh, this is the girls team on Radiant. I just realized. Yeah. This is the D2AU girls team. Claire,
Oh.
Spring Roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I do know that. That was like Moods of Mene, right?
Yeah. They're the
But they
old
don't
moves.
have Wigsy right now.
Yeah.
Usually it's
Bricks
Wigsy off
in
laning.
a more established team. No, I'm kidding. They're all established.
Dire's middle tower is under
So,
attack.
one thing that's interesting to me is that Radiant is doing a pretty good job of shoving in lane, right? You have TB, you have Bara, you have Ember, and Spectre. All these heroes are literally split side lanes. And then on the other hand, you have one big Warlock 5, which is like, okay, if they group up, then I have a Warlock up to drop on top of them.
Mhm.
But apart from that, we're just gonna split push them to hell.
I amplify
Uh,
my impact.
it's interesting because it's actually the draft itself, like that draft strat itself is working because they are so scared on, Dire pushing high ground even with the Aegis, just because of a single Warlock and no other teamfight spells. Maybe Ember, but Ember is going for mana boots into naked Aghanims. Oh no, sorry, that's Warlock, my bad. Yeah,
That
I was
would
gonna
be wild.
yeah, I had a replay bug. Hey, maybe that's a build. But yeah, the Aghanim
Mana boots
makes
into
sense.
naked Ags. Oh man.
But that
Ah.
X makes sense, right? Because it's a massive teamfight spell, right?
Mhm.
Typically, you see the Warlock go for like Glimmer, like Drums, or maybe like Force Staff if the fight is a lot more dynamic. But I think this actually makes sense because you know for a fact that Darius is going to group up and try and push quite early, and she doesn't really need to like play the kiting game. All she just has to do on the Warlock is to just wait for them to come high
Oh,
ground and
midside. Go attempt. Oh no, you're the use of Manta style though. But here comes the whole team and they're charge, splitting them right in the middle. Drops in Jay, but Yoshi taking a whole lot of damage. Yoshi will die first in this fight. Flying G looks like he should be next there. Chris, he's gonna get rooted up. He does not have any saves. It looks like they found the
insane
perfect time
fail.
to jump in. Washman not clean. Another charge forward. Looks like they found the Shadow Demon as well. Silence going through.
Double kill.
4 dead.
Oh,
No,
man.
no one dies on Washman not clean. What happened?
Yeah, I mean that was actually an amazing Warlock ult by Claire right there. Like, so I'm looking back on the team fight there, and basically what happened was that Warlock had gone to
Oh,
ward.
Vargas.
Oh,
Walks right into Claire. Does he have the damage? Doesn't look like he does. He does. But here comes the charge through. He doesn't have a BKB just yet. Now he's gonna pop it. Here comes Shadow Shaman to try to help out. Looks like he will get the shackle shot onto Killer RE. So the cojones on Forgus right now. Just literally mans him.
maybe killing the shaman right now.
Ilu? Nah, he should be
Oh,
fine.
enough.
Aegis gets reclaimed there. But
I mean, hey,
Forgus,
look,
1v2,
that's
1v3
down
actually.
on the SF when you don't have Warlock up, you get the two supports killed and you get them TP all the way back, right? And now you can just split side lanes. So I would even argue that those two support deaths were actually worth it because now, entire can't push, and I think it's quite safe to say that Radiant's lineup is definitely a lot more late game favored. Scales a lot better in terms of team fight. Dire needs to definitely end the game soon. Like with the fact that Warlock has no ult, they definitely want to push, and that's what they're doing at mid. Nighttime has just started. There is a Blink Dagger on the Night Stalker, and he's getting BKB and another 1,000 gold. So when that happens, team fights will be quite dynamic. I also like the fact that they picked Void Spirit with the Night Stalker, which means that they have like the sunlight.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait.
The ward spots out the Ember Spirit. What a ward
Oh,
placed
no.
down by Pretzel, and Forgus just blows up Elegi.
Oh, that's actually such a great ward spot because the cliff didn't deward it, right? There's a sentry on that cliff, but it's just out of range of that ward. Literally just a pixel away. It's great. Nice, very nice blink there by Yoshi. And now begins the high ground push. We see Shaman wards come out, and with the level 15 talent on presence aura effects buildings on SF, the tower definitely, will go down very, very quickly. But the TV illusions actually clear the wards pretty fast.
Charge through.
But they're not.
Don't want
No,
the
no, kill the illusion.
SF. No.
Kill the wards, kill the wards, just kill the wards.
Wards are still alive here. Looks like
TP.
they use the Darkest Session to just back off. TP away on the SF. Looks like they don't want any of this smoke. Spring Roll just continuing to farm right now on that Spectre.
Hey, they used one Shaman ult, and they only did like 2/3 of the tier 3 tower. And meanwhile, Spectre has got a whole nother item. Like, he's on the way to his... sorry, he hasn't got a whole nother item, but he is slowly on his way to his Skadi. And that's going to be really, really devastating. Because the Shadow Demon only has a Glimmer to protect him from that, so all he needs is a Dust to kill him. There is a Yols on the Shaman, which, I'm not gonna lie, also feels kind of like lame. But I guess Shaman does have his facet, so it's not as easy to kill him on the Spectre. What I feel is very interesting, though, is that they haven't dewarded that ward, which killed off the
Tormentor
TB.
gets taken. Looks like Shadow Shaman will be getting that one. And yep, the ward that killed off that Ember Spirit, they don't know where it is. I don't think they realize that it's on the edge of that
Oh my
cliff.
god. It's got another minute and a half. I don't think they're gonna push high ground in that 90 seconds. I am a bit curious though, because we did mention, right, about how Shaman's wards are very nice for pushing, especially with the SF ult, but TB illusions are very, very good for killing off those Shaman wards. So, I mean, maybe it gets to the point where Shaman has enough farm to get Aghanims and suddenly the TB illusions aren't enough. But yeah, definitely looking out for that one. The push is going to be strong. They are grouping up, and it's not even the 90 seconds left. It's a whole minute left on the ward. There's another ward right in their base, and they haven't dewarded that,
They do not
which I
know.
feel like is a big mistake. Like, they definitely should have cleared out this one, right?
Uh-oh, push forward. Yoshi
Oh, he's gonna dive.
spots him
He's
out. No Skillari's here, and they will be putting
Sorry,
down that
if you
ward.
move like a pixel closer, Claire would have revealed herself in the smoke, and she would have died because the team wasn't there.
They will get rid of
Honestly,
that ward that you mentioned, Treos.
There's
And
still
Ghost
one
Wave.
more. There's still one more in the base, like, around the front of their base.
Really, where?
As in the same one that picked off
Oh.
the TB. 20 seconds left though. But yeah.
Doesn't look like nothing else is going to be happening here.
Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed that Spectre didn't try to go for Radiance this game. Because Radiance would have huge impact this game. And there's so much shit to get rid of. The burn also will kill off the Shaman in fights. The Shadow Demon will have a hard time kind of like just, surviving. And yeah, it makes it hard for SF to right-click people because, of the mischance and stuff. But I guess he opted for Manta instead, which kind of like allows you to pick off people with the Orchid. The problem with this build is that it's not very teamfight oriented, right? Even if he's going for Skadi, he's still like going on the jump the backline kind of playstyle, which I guess makes sense if you have a Warlock and a Ember Spirit and Bar charging in non-stop. So
Yeah,
maybe
Roshan
that.
gonna be attempted now, as they should. Roshan does let out the roar though, but
Yeah, it's
side
too
of
fast.
Wash, it's just, yeah, they're just way too far for this one. Already 2000 HP. So SF definitely going to be picking up this Aegis. Smoke movement though, on the side of Wash. LE pushing forward, they get a banner as well. Aegis now goes back on that SF. BKB the one,
Honestly,
LE.
once the SF has a butterfly, it's very, very difficult for them to kill him. Because his team is always like flying around him and has like great mobility to kind of save him and catch up and stuff.
Oh no, Elegi. They
Ooh.
found Elegi.
Fine,
She should
fine.
be fine though. No one else is in the area. And I think Elegi
They
also saw the SF.
They took down half HP of the tier 3 mid tower.
Oof.
TB, you could have sent an illusion mid though to tank it for the click. It's fine. Swift is doing quite a lot right now. With his TB, there's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders as well to keep the fights like smooth. Scouting, pushing lanes, ratting, stuff like that is very important. And you see like there's a big push going on in mid, like, but you know, Dire doesn't care. They're just gonna.
Yep, bottom side. There's gonna
This
be
tower's
Dark
gonna-
Ascension, there's the Serpent Wards. You name it, it's already on top of this tower. They even gonna put down the banner for this bottom lane of Rax. And Wash but not clean. They have no answer for this one, but looks like the Rat. The Rat is coming out. They're forced to use fortification in the mid. Swiftness as well as Eligi. They even killed off Yoshi's courier. I don't think Yoshi has a TP to go back for this, if ever. They'll trade Rax for Rax most likely. They leave behind the illusions, but they're still pushing forward. Looks like the Yule Scepter on that Charashama will keep it alive. Kelari pumps out that Nether Strike attempt. Will get cancelled out. Looks like
Kill
they haven't
last
taken down the Rax yet.
You can kill the last melee Rex.
Oh,
my
but here a
God.
jump forward. Looks like Flying Tree gonna get spotted out. So on the way out, they find Flying Tree, but here comes Chris. Chris gonna get charged on. Killari still has his ultimate. Gonna use it onto Yoshi, but the high ground plus a BKB will be able to get that
was
Night
so
Stalker
wasted,
away.
actually. They almost had the melee Rex. Now it's gonna heal back up to full.
Oof,
Ah.
rough.
They had the opportunity as well. Like, they could have just kept hitting it while they were engaging them bot. I mean, it's an intelligent play, right? When you're behind, like, you just push and hope that one person TP's back, and then because you're a Spectre, you can immediately like join your team with a 4v5 fight. But yeah, unfortunately, he didn't. He was too scared. They lose a set of racks and a tower, another tier 3 and another melee racks. All for one tier 3 and one range racks. Not worth it, in my opinion.
Forgus still has that Aegis, by the way, for like 2 minutes 30 seconds, so see how Wash will play around this one.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely need to initiate right now. Like, they need to get the supports down. The Shadow Demon is actually the easiest one to kill right now, because there is no save for him. The bigger question is that, let's say if Spectre jumps the Shadow Demon, you know, will Night Stalker on Yoshi blink and silence immediately so that so that Spectre can't, like, reality rushed away. That might be a play we see coming out, if they're desperate enough. Spectre does have the Scotty, and I do not like his next item here. He's going for Basher. This is the, oh, my enemies are bad and trash, so I hope they screw up and I get a clean pick off, but that's not going to happen because, you know, their strat is just going to be grouping up and pushing right now behind the SF.
Would you think that Spectre would rather get like maybe a Blood Thorn on this, or?
No, at this point, I feel like it's more important to get something like an Aghanims, because there are a lot of like heroes that, you know, rely on positioning right now. Aghanims would make it 10 times easier for your team to kind of like play the fight with TB, kiting around with Bara, like charging in, charging out, picking their targets and stuff. You know, that ulti getting vision at everyone would be incredibly useful, because SF is not able to function without his team at this point of the game. But unfortunately, you know, his team knows that, and they're grouping up around him with a very solid push. On the other hand,
they get Tormentor, by the way, Kraos.
yeah. I mean, on the other hand, there's just one Aghanim Scepter on the Warlock, and that's, even though she's level 18, that's pretty much all they're relying on. The TB is not, I don't want to say being useless, but he's definitely not applying like enough pressure
High ground we
on the
go.
map.
Kraos.
Defended.
Here comes the wards. Being dropped down
You're-
in the backline though,
you-
Yoshi. Uh-oh, they spot out Yoshi. Eligi will stall out that Night Stalker just for a little bit long, but Swiftness in the middle of everything. There's gonna be a reflection, gonna be used on that SF. SF taking way too much damage. He will die first. BKB is gonna pop here by that Night Stalker, diving into his backline, but that's taking way too much damage. Swiftness will get that kill. Chris in the backline trying to cause havoc himself, but he will pop the Manta style, will get rooted up. Looks like he has to try to find a way to get out of here, but here comes the jump back in onto that Void Spirit. He stands no chance, and his team is just going to hightail and run.
No, I think there was so many opportunities for Spectre to go right there and jump in and kill off the supports, but he waited till they were retreating to kind of like keep doing that, right? That's a viable strategy only if you have some kind of significant push, but sorry, I'm sorry, Springroll, I don't think that was a good play. Like, definitely those 2 kills would have resulted in 2 more kills if she had TP back earlier. But the problem is now that, now they can just group up and take the last set of Rex. The last 2 set of Rex now
Yep.
with the Shaman ult.
And Kraos, it looks like Washba not clean. They realize it's do or die right now. They're gathering up mid. Swiftness leading the charge. Shadow Fiend. Oh,
Oh
on
my
the
God.
high ground. Let's it rip! But it looks like it's just gonna stall things out. Swiftness. He's gonna get jumped over the shackle on that Shadow Shaman. But he should be fine for now. But here comes Spring Roll
Yoshi.
going forward with that with the Shadow Step. Looks like Spring was Shadow Shaman. He's dead.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
how is he
Shaman-
still alive? Kill
Oh
that
my
Shadow
God.
Shaman, but Forigo's taking damage right now from Swiftness. He will go in. There's no detection on anyone. Somebody
Yeah, this
pop
is
a
a-
dust.
This is a mechanical trick by Shaman, right? You pop your Glimmer Cape right before you die, and then immediately you get dispelled with your thing. And the dust, like if the dust was there and you were outside of it, it actually gets dispelled and you can't see. Not to say that anybody popped the dust, but it's interesting because it also blocks the AOE magic damage, which comes out after you die, and it makes it such that you can't get right click because you're invis, right? So it's quite cool. I like it.
And they're forced to turn tail and run. They didn't even kill off the SF. They didn't even pop the BKB on the SF. Shadow Shaman just... Everyone just ignored the Shadow Shaman after Pretz was able to use the Glimmer Cape on top of him.
Yeah, the only win condition right now for Radiant is that they start staggering kills. I mean, they get a pick off on one, and then they, continuously snowball it to get kills after kills, and Dire never has more than like 4 people alive at any point in time. But they are now grouping up, so it's very unfortunate. They didn't even put any wards down. And
Oh, Spring
it was
Roll. Walks
After by
into flying tree, but look at the silence! He's just gonna
Should not-
start shredding the Shaman! Shaman should be fine with a save from that Shadow Fiend or Demon. There's so many people named Shadow, god damn it!
Yeah. I'm surprised the Shaman didn't just turn and shackle her right there. Definitely would have died if that happened, but it's okay.
Looks like
Yeah.
it's going to
So
be
I
a
was
shit up
saying
mid
that
push here.
the warding is quite bad now because Dire put Radiant put all their wards on the Radiant side. There's one in the triangle on top side and one next to the Roche pit at bottom, but none in a position where Spectre can kind of like
Have fallen.
jump with someone and look at the back line right now.
They take down the wards of Shadow Shaman mid, but that's the range racks down. So the last rack standing right now, Kraos, is this melee rack's top side. Roshan up in potentially 30 more seconds. I think it is up in 30 seconds, no? Or it could be.
I think this is the... Oh yeah, it will respawn in 30 seconds.
Fast spawn.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't want to call it yet, but I think it's quite safe to say that this one's pretty much in the bag for SLAPNUT Magoo, right? Because wait, which one's Dar? I
Slapnut.
forgot.
Slapnut.
Yeah, SLAPNUT.
Yep.
Because the truth of the matter is that even if Radiant wins the next, like, let's say 5 team fights or 3 team fights, through Aegis, through insane, like, team fight group up from SLAPNUT Magoo, they can't push. They don't have any pushing potential, and even them winning fights
Dire's
is
courier has been killed.
very doubtful because there are 0 wards that actually would be able to be a meaningful, like, translate to a meaningful team fight on the side of Radiant. That's why I was saying, like, they gotta, if they want to win this game, they need to smoke up right now and look for, like, incredible pickoffs after pickoffs after pickoffs, and to start that you need the wards, you need the waves to be pushed out to do that. But I still see, like, TV sending his Illusions to jungle.
Oh! They might have found someone here. Shadow Shaman,
No.
or rather Shadow... Oh no,
Goodbye.
they get a shackle on the Spectre. They're just gonna get the cancel. Yeah, they finally get it off here. But Spectre already down to half HP, Flying Chi taking way too much damage. Chris also. They will find the Shadow Shaman most definitely first, but he does have a buyback if they really want to. Yoshi will be diving in with a BKB as well as a silence. Just flying through, getting the vision here. Pretz is gonna get jumped on, gonna get charged through. Do they have wards this time? Looks like they do. Pretz will die. Does have a buyback himself. Shadow Shaman will buy back as well as that Shadow Demon. And here comes Shadow Fiend trying to man fight. The rock will get dropped on top of everybody. Chris taking way too much damage with a double kill right now coming from the SF. Supports will get cleaned up on Forgus. He's just gonna get man fought by Swiftness. There's no sustain on the SF. SF's gonna get popped. Buybacks coming out from everybody. The Ember Spirit will buy back into this one. And they don't even want to buy back on the SF as well. The Void Spirit. Oh, in the back line, Night Stalker gets taken down by the Spectre. 4 for 3 if I'm not mistaken, but the buybacks are flying out. They even find a dieback on the supports.
Own it.
Oh!
I guess my caster curse is really real. Holy shit. That was a really well done fight by Wash but not clean. I don't think that they'll be able to end it right now, but for sure, did they get Aegis?
No, they didn't even
They're gonna get,
Aegis.
wait, they see Roshan, so they are gonna push. Buyback status here, let's see.
They have 3 buybacks on the course, but the supports died back. They could go for the Mega Creeps if I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I think so too. Actually, the core should have just bought back at this point, because, I mean, I don't know, it's doubtful. They're not gonna be able to end right now, I think. Yeah, they won't be able to end. They might get Mega, but...
Oh no, they're going for GG.
I
How
don't
the
think it's-
tables have turned, Krails. All of a
Yes,
sudden,
yes.
in a blink of an eye, Wash but not clean. Buyback on the SF, but he is only up in like 20 seconds. They're forced to go back, but at least it was only the SF buyback committed for the death. They lose 2
Yeah, I mean,
racks.
if he wanted to buy back, it should have been like 20 seconds ago, but I think he was like, you know, I've got to buy back right now. Look, they didn't end the game. They didn't take Megas. They didn't take Aegis. They instead tried to take half the tier 4 tower instead and backed off to get the SF buyback. I mean, I'm sorry. I guess I'm shitting on them too much, but to me, I am not impressed by this play. I feel like you wanna win the game, you gotta all in on something, right? Not being half-hearted about it. I saw TB going for T4, even though there was a glyph still up, right? So no way they were ending. They also had the golem in Roche Pit, so they knew that was up. And yeah. Let's see.
Wait,
Waves
hold on.
are
Gem is still on the
there's
floor
a smoke.
here. Wait, who left that gem behind? That's something.
I think that was Shadow Demon, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, Dark
Oh,
Ascension
yo,
gonna
okay.
get popped. Oh, they find Swiftness TPing out. That's not where you want to
does
be, but
have
he's just manning
thunder.
right now. That Shadow, that Night Stalker, taking too much damage, and here comes a Requiem. He's gonna get popped there on top of Swiftness, but Swiftness,
Thunder,
he's just
thunder.
manning on that Night Stalker. Night Stalker has to be so careful. Swiftness, he's just man fighting the
Oh,
Shadow
yeah,
Demon.
sure.
Shadow Fiend has no buyback. Oh no, that's not what you want. They get the dieback though on the Warlock. Shadow Demon gets taken down as well. They're gonna keep going. Oh no, they find the Shadow Shaman.
Mega kill now.
3 dead.
Damn, okay. I guess that's GG. Wow.
Oh no.
The TV is so tanky, holy shit.
And the Shadow Fiend wanted the Satanic, but just not able to. I mean, there was just no HP on that Night Stalker. Night Stalker
SF,
half
yeah.
HP just gets shredded. And yeah, this is just GG, I think.
GG, yeah.
Unless,
Damn, TV ended the game.
hold on, unless Chris pulls something out of the bag. You gotta pull something, anything, because you're just hitting right now. Jumping forward, is this Void Spirit? But it looks like that's it. GG by Pretz in a blink of an eye. Washman not clean.
What were those two team fights? Holy shit. Alright. Every time I make a prediction, Eno, just call it the other way.
Noted. This is basically the second time you've done this in the cast.
Yes, I feel so. You're right.
Oh, but in a blink of an eye, Washva not clean. I mean, that was a very close game all throughout. I mean, the largest lead was not even 10k, if I'm not mistaken. And just 2 bad fights from Slapnut spelled the end for them. Shadow combo was just not enough.
Yeah, and hey, look, the SF and Void Spirit had dominated their lane. Night Stalker didn't actually. Oh, actually, no, SF didn't dominate his lane. TV dominated the lane. Okay, I guess the. Okay, so I do feel like that last fight, everybody did contribute quite a
Oops,
bit,
accident
but
queued turbo.
do,
Whoops.
lo-
Close. I
I
misclicked.
do feel like SF's positioning was a little bit off there. They didn't wait for the void. Like for example, at the fight bot, right when they caught the TP, I was looking at the Void Spirit who was halfway across the map, and he chose to TP in like 5 seconds after they caught the TB, right? I feel like if he was there early enough, they definitely wouldn't have been able to get the saves off on the supports and the spells off on the supports. Like Void Spirit should always, like at least in this fight, every single fight, he should be able to get a free kill on the Warlock before anything happens, right? And in doing so, he should be carrying a dust. There is a Daedalus monster style on Aghanims on the Void Spirit, and there's a zero saves on the side of Radiant, right? It's supposed to be a free kill, but things don't happen the way it should, I guess. But really, well played to both teams. I think SLAPNUT Magoo definitely had a very good chance to win there. Um, but Wash But Not Plain takes it in the end.
All right, with that in mind, Creoles, we're going to go into a little bit of break before we head to game number 2. But stay tuned. 1-0, Wash But Not Clean. Slapnut Magoo will be back with you in just a moment. All right, hello. We are now back for game number two, Slapnut Magoo, as well as Wash But Not Clean. Currently 1-0 in favor of Wash But Not Clean. And who joined? Who is this? Oh, hello. Hello, Shane. Sure, go ahead. Knock yourself out. I think Krayos is not here at the moment, so you can take over.
Let's go. We're good.
Man, I've been like cycling through analysts. Like Krayos was here, Jose was supposed to be here, but he
5
doesn't.
seconds
But he
remaining.
has something came up for him. Now you're here. I'm just cycling through them.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're all taking turns. You know, the analyst panel.
Radiant team
But yep.
ban.
So did you see game number one, Shane?
Unfortunately, no. I was having dinner,
All
but
right.
can you give me the short and sweet?
Uh,
10 seconds
very
remaining.
even game between Slapnuts and Wash, but two bad fights for Slapnut. They
5
basically lost.
seconds remaining.
Feels bad.
Yep. And
Radiant
now
team
we're
pick.
going to game number two. So Wash But Unclean up 1-0. They're gonna be picking on Clockwork on Slapnut.
Dire team pick.
Okay. Is the draft up?
Yep, drafts up currently happening right now.
Okay. Let's take a look. What we have to see.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, there's Krayos. Okay, you both can work on the draft then.
Oh, okay, sure.
Go share the
It's
draft.
okay. If Shane wants to do it, I'm happy to let him.
But both of you can
No,
do
no.
draft.
I prefer having some back and forth. And toss ideas back and forth at each other.
Okay.
You both
Hello,
can do that.
Captain.
Hello, Shane.
How are you,
Um,
Captain?
I'm good. I had a 3-hour meeting today, which I had to scold people, but it's okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Show 'em who's boss.
No. Uh, the people I'm scolding are not from my department, but they're the people who we were working with, and then I basically was calling them out for being shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if there's BS, there's BS, right? Call them out.
No, because they're our clients.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're gonna get fired, right?
Well, it's more of like we had a deal, and then we were like suffering under the deal for a little bit because they weren't holding up their end. And finally, I'm like, fuck it. We're calling them out. If they still want to continue, sure, but they do it under our terms. So,
Yep. And then if they decide to leave, it's like, okay, at least you guys don't have to deal with the stress anymore, right?
yeah, but I get in trouble because I technically fired us from a client.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, you took the risk, right? Calculated
I don't
risk.
know. We'll see. Hopefully
Oh,
they stay, but if they
yeah,
don't, it's okay. I
hopefully.
think I have a
Okay,
good enough
back to the
reputation to. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry. Did the draft start?
yep.
yeah. So
Okay.
currently we have Clockwork. This is Clockwork first pick, and then they responded with Nick's Lion. So um, I know a lot of these teams nowadays prioritizes Dawnbreaker, right? Either in
Really?
three, like very good flex, right? 1, 3, 5, 4, 5. But this next assassin obviously not allowing that Dawnbreaker to go through. What are your thoughts on the pick so far?
I don't think Dawnbreaker is a good. It's a good. Sorry, I don't think Nyx is that big of a counter to Dawnbreaker. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not saying that because just because I play a lot of Dawnbreaker. I genuinely don't think it's that significantly important. Sure, it does block like the ulti being able to save people, but the hero is good enough in other roles, for its other spells. I feel.
So it can
But
be useful outside of its ulti, basically.
yeah, I mean, the only difference is that, okay, sure, you take away the global ulti aspect of things, but you still are able to kind of like ulti onto your teammate outside of the fight on the way to the thing, or from a initiation perspective as well, right? Or if let's say you find the Nyx first, then yeah, but I mean definitely, right? It's not super favored. We are gonna
Yeah.
see the Shadow Fiend come out, and this time with the Ogre Magi, right? So they are doubling down on the strategy now. Um, I think this is quite classic. All right, Clockwork got kind of nerfed, I think, from the new patch, if I'm not wrong. Let me see.
S-Type got pretty nerfed as well. The lasting
Yeah,
presence no longer the buffs, the minus armor buffs no longer remain after death, which I feel like really didn't make sense.
but
You know,
it
it's like
it
you could die and then come
it
back
also
still have
doesn't
minus
really
armor.
make that much of an impact, if I'm going to be very honest, because even in the last like patch, right, we saw most teams kind of like use the lasting presence facet a lot when they were pushing and like towards the end, and then finally that's when you see people buying back and kills starting to stack up. I think the more
Yeah.
impactful one was the was the hero reduction duration from 70 seconds to 60 seconds. Because the
I
thing
agree. I
is,
agree.
right, at that point of the game, when SF dies, the the dieback, like, sorry, the spawn timer is like 50 seconds. Right. At
Yeah.
that point, you're not gonna get a kill in 20 seconds. You're not gonna find a kill in 20 seconds. So it
Correct. Correct.
doesn't it's not that impactful, I feel. I do
Correct.
like Nyx though, because it does mean that SF has to be extremely careful positioning wise. Because as soon as like SF gets like stunned and maybe even bursted down to half HP and Lion like ults in, right? Then immediately their whole team fight's gone. And I guess that's why they're trying to like circumvent this with a Mars pick, right? To kind of like counter the right clicks coming out from
10
SF, and
seconds
also to make it such that team fights are a lot more dynamic as compared to the TB, which has been banned, I see now. Um yeah. It's-
And I think something else to add for that, this next hero is that not only does it provide a lot of burst potential, it also sets up for Spectre vision, right? So Spectre can always use +1. It's like another free like additional like 400 damage if I'm not mistaken, like 2 daggers, right? Two
Yeah,
daggers, some right clicks, Nyx Assassin, pop him.
yeah, I
So
mean, I guess it seems like they want to all in on the Spectre hero strat.
yeah,
I do know that it's one of Springwell's main heroes, if I'm not wrong, like one of her favorite carry heroes. I am a little bit concerned though, because I mean there are quite a lot of picks that can counter Spectre at this point of the game. They already picked the BB uh, in response to the Spectre, which is very nice because if you think about it, right, BB and Clockwork, they clear waves very fast. They get one double wave pushed in under the safe lane tower,
10
and what can
seconds
Lion do? One
remaining.
stun. Okay, cool. Right? BB's
and then
just
and
gonna
then
run in
dive,
with Crystal.
just dive,
5
Yeah,
seconds
yeah,
just dive.
remaining.
Yeah.
exactly. BB doesn't even need to hit the Lion, and Lion's probably gonna die because there's Clockwork, and Spectre doesn't do shit as well.
Spectre
So
doesn't contribute anything to that lane. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. So the lane is going to be quite rough. I mean, there is the wand charges that they're going to get a lot from on the
Yeah.
Spectre, so they might be able to punish it with a nice TP in from the from the Nyx Assassin or even the mid laner that's going to come
Radiant
out from
team
Wash but
ban.
not Plane here.
Yeah, but
But
again, sometimes you
definitely,
just run out of damage, right? It's
yeah.
like might not be enough.
But we are definitely seeing the Ogre Shadow Fiend this game, and Ogre was not in the last game. Last game they had a, let me see what they have last game.
10 seconds
That's plus
remaining.
5. Last game they had a Shadow Shaman,
5
right, which
seconds
served more
remaining.
as a lockdown hero.
Yeah.
Uh, do I like this?
What
Yeah,
Andreas, I wanted to ask before you finish your thought.
go
I
ahead.
wanted to ask. So there's I as for the viewers, me and Andreas are currently on the same team
Oh.
for PDL, and we're both position one players. And as far as I know, SF is not in your repertoire. SF's also not in my repertoire. But
What
I
the
noticed
fuck,
this.
dude? That's not true.
Is it?
Look at my Dota buff, dude. I have like so many SF games of last patch.
Oh,
But
okay,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, keep going. As in, what
Okay.
what is your
So
question?
so 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 SF's in your repertoire. Then what's your take on this new Feast of Souls? So increase 5, and then do you feel like this Mask of Madness becomes irrelevant? Do you feel like SF goes
Oh,
Falcon Blade instead? Like tries to utilize the
Radiant
spell,
team
put
picked.
points into it, because it is a pretty value spell now and provides a lot of damage, right? And you can just take back the souls after, right? One creep wave, one champ should
I
fill you
mean,
up.
the thing is that like even last patch it was great. Like you have a, if I'm not wrong,
10 seconds
at
remaining.
level 4 plus the talent, it's about 100 attack speed
5 seconds
alone.
remaining.
Let me see. Let me just double check this.
Oh my gosh, it's 120 attack speed at level 10.
Yeah, so at in the last patch it was 70 bonus attack speed at level 4, and then on level 10 it's plus 30, right? So it was already 100 attack speed, and then Mask of Madness is another 100 attack speed. So I was definitely using it already in fights. I would just pop my E and then pop the Mask of Madness, and I have a bonus 200 attack speed just going ham on the enemy.
Yeah,
Uh, this is also why I feel like SF has not been nerfed, because actually this Feast of Souls in the past was the one thing that I found very counterintuitive to SF.
Dire team
Like I
picked.
felt like I didn't want to farm with him
Templar
with a spell
Assassin.
because it
yeah,
would make me lose like it would make me lose souls after the spell ends. Means that I can't even like right click and get souls during the duration, which kind of
Correct.
sucks. So, in my eyes, right, this is actually a massive buff to the hero.
10
And
seconds
the only
remaining.
exchange that we have is that the laning stage damage is slightly
5
decreased.
seconds remaining.
But if we think about it as well, right, the the damage at the end is I think minus 40 damage at
Yeah,
level
yeah, if I'm not
18,
mistaken,
which
with
is
the
nothing
20
compared
talent.
to yeah, but it's not that's nothing compared to the fact that you have a bonus 220 attack speed and the fact that you have another spell that makes you farm even faster than before.
I
What
agree.
changes with SF with this change actually is that I feel like Falcon Blade is now viable with SF because it
Yeah,
gives him more damage, it gives him more HP, but most importantly, it gives him more mana, which is something that is understated a bit more on SF. Definitely, if you want to spam, now we can actually spam Feasts of Souls to farm, and I do feel like Falcon Blade might actually be a viable pickup as a result for this hero because now also the damage is reduced.
yeah.
Um, we are seeing a TA come out,
Choose
right?
your
And
hero.
SLAPNUT Magoo, I guess they've gone with the perspective that, hey, last game, every time SF died, we had no team fight. So
Yeah.
instead, let's do a three cores being able to kind of like work on minus armor, right? BB does AoE minus armor with the shard, TA does minus armor, and SF does minus armor. And I guess that's a strat, which could work out very well because there are some quite paper heroes on Lion, Nyx, and Lena. But I guess Washman Up Clean strategy here is okay, we have four pick-off heroes and one teamfight hero, which is pretty much the same as what they did last game.
Yeah.
Um, Again, I want to say I like Snapnut Magoo's strategy a little bit more, but
There's definitely a lot more synergy, right?
yeah, I mean, just in terms of auras, it's a very straightforward. Again, they're doing the exact same strat as last game. Hit the timing, barrel down mid, take towers, end. Right, but Watchman Unclean has definitely much harder execution. And I guess because they also have the experience of winning against this particular same strategy that Snapnut Magoo did last game, I'd say they might have a chance. But again, if I were, gauging the two teams just in a nutshell, two draws, I would go Radiance draft.
I
What about
agree.
you, Shane?
I'm quite partial to. I don't know if you've seen my match history recently, but I am quite partial to Lina today. I don't think I've talked to you about this yet, but
Mm-hmm.
this Lina shard buff. So even I think almost all Linas now, magic or physical, go this thermal runaway build
Yeah.
because you don't want your damage to come in ticks. You want your damage to be instant burst, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Lina has access to this buff shard, which actually just with one Kaya at 15 minutes and shard allows you to one shot creep waves. And we know as like longtime Dota players, the ability to one shot creep waves has been a problem for balancing for a long, long time. So Coddle could used to do it and then they nerfed that. But now, giving it
Prepare
back to
for
Lina
battle.
at 50, even at 15 minutes, right? On basically a perma hasted hero with travels and all this mobility, right? Like all this movement speed, allowing you to one shot creep waves from fog, right? At like massive distances away is I feel like extremely powerful.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it's definitely, I mean, in terms of utility and against this particular lineup in this context, it's definitely very useful, right? Because they're going to definitely be pushing with a creep wave
yeah,
and just being
some
able to
cutting
clear that,
waves.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite useful.
All right, with that in mind, let's go announce these two rosters here. On the side of the Raiden, it's going to be Slapnut Magoo's, it's going to be Pretzel on the Clockwork, Forgus on the Shadow Fiend, Flying Tree on the Ogre Magi, Chris on the Templar Assassin, Yoshi on the Bristleback. On the side of the Radiant, it's going to be Wash But Not Clean, it's going to be Killer Ari on the Nyx Assassin, Swift Dust on the
30
Mars,
seconds
Spring
to
Roll on the
battle.
Spectre once again, Elegi on the Lena this time, and Claire on the Lion. That in mind, 1-0 right now, Wash But Not Clean. Can they close this one out in a 2-0, or is Slap That Magoo gonna tie this one up here? Oh. Yeah, that is one hell of a sponsorship tag.
Let's all remember to have fun.
Oh, with that in
Okay.
mind, it's going to be a 2-2 rune split here for both these sides once again. No difference from game number 1.
Mhm.
And which lane are you most excited by?
Mm,
I like bot a lot.
yeah, I would lean towards bot because like Clockwork is such a tempo setter in lane.
Oh,
I
look, he's
mean,
gonna.
just any combo with this expanded armature
Oh,
damage,
hold on.
right? With
Cogs.
Oh,
raises.
let's see a big.
Bottom. Raises coming through. That's a good amount of harass there onto Swiftness as well as Killer Ari. It's not
Yeah, but more
much.
importantly, it reroutes them, right? It makes them have to take the other route, and immediately they get like a creep instant denied and a creep free last hit for the SF.
Actually, not. SF misses CS. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Oh
Pepe
no.
laugh.
Yeah, his damage is quite low at this point. It's 49 damage, right? Give him a bit of chance.
I feel like the most boring lane to watch though. It's like a Stoo's Fest here topside because what can you really do here against a Bristleback Ogre Magi, right? They're two beefy boys unless the Ogre Magi decides to like soak up a full creep wave of damage with the Lion just free hitting.
Yeah, I
Nothing
actually
really is gonna
disagree.
happen.
I feel like you wait for level 2, the Ogre gets 2 levels in Ignite, the BB gets both Viscous Nasal Boon and Cold Spray. I feel like you definitely can kill quite
Just
easily.
dive.
with the hero.
Just
Yeah.
just
Just
dive,
them.
right?
Double up the wave, which is what they're doing right now. Yeah, 2 creep waves, right?
Yeah.
Just wait for level 2, like it's coming up soon. And Spectre is very, very low.
No mana on this bristle though, which is a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, stun. Should be fine though.
BB
Bottom lane,
is
Pretzel.
managing the mana.
Going to be going. Oh, beautiful stun there from Killer Ari. Prevents more damage from coming out to him. Top side, Springbolt taking a whole lot of damage. There's gonna be a blood grenade. First ignite, just solo kills him.
Yeah. I mean,
Level
it is
2
really
ogre,
level 2 ogre, right? It's a timing. Now, okay, so here's the thing, right? If I am BB, I'm straight up suiciding to tower and coming back with full mana and full HP. Because now you can't really pressure the Spectre. He actually, you know, gets kind of free farm at this
Oh,
point of the
mid.
game because he can't push in the
LEG.
lane.
Taking damage from Chris. Tried to use the deny creep tech, but not able to reach it. So LEG should be fine. Both these mid laners are just throwing haymakers at each other. Oh, bottom side. There's a kill there.
Oh,
Orcus finds
another
that
kill.
one, and Pretzel will find Killer Ari. So 2 for none there, bottom side. So better start on the side of Slapnut. It was like 3-2 at this point in the first game, but now 3-0.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I mean,
attack.
extremely strong lanes, right? From both
Ooh, nice
teams.
double stun.
From both.
There's -8 armor right now, aura coming out from SF. Like every right click hits super hard against like the bot side.
-8. Sorry, -4? Or
-8,
-2.
-4 plus 2 stacks.
oh yeah, holy.
Oh,
Oh, team.
You're right. You're right. Actually,
Chris actually misses.
very
that
obviously
one.
not an SF player.
Think not.
Okay, there is a soul ring, naked soul ring coming up from BB right now, and it does seem like they want to probably just
Just
mana
dive.
through and dive again.
But I totally agree with your point, Kreos, a while ago. When they got the Spectre solo kill on the Ogre, I think the Bristleback should have just like suicided and then come back full mana, then dive the Spectre again.
Yeah.
And then he has no DP, and then his game's just over, right?
Yep. I mean, the thing is that like you do this drawn out kind of like lane, it ensures that Spectre can do
Claire?
stuff and heal up.
Taking
Nah,
a good amount of
oh,
damage. There's gonna be a stun coming up from Flying Tree, and it looks like Flying Tree gets yet another kill on this top side.
nice. Well played by Simple Yoshi. I mean, he is going for Soul Ring and Ring of Bassi, so I think he's, gone like, okay, I don't actually need to invest in like tankiness this lane. All I need to do is just keep spamming spells. The Ogre is also going for Ring of Basilius, so they're gonna stack the auras, I guess.
Yeah.
But a Mana Boots is coming out from the Ogre as well, and he's just throwing the shit on them. Like, dude, this is so much damage.
This
Actually.
is just so much damage on the Spectre. I'd be so sad, man.
But there is 17 stick charges on the Spectre right
18.
now. Right. Okay. 18, yeah. Oh, mid lane.
Oh, mid lane.
Ooh, big
Well,
damage.
Big damage coming through. Elegi, half HP already. Does have the LSA, but just man fighting right now with Chris. Chris, happy to take that one. Still has a refraction as well. With the water runes also, Elegi doesn't have any
Yeah,
charges
this
left.
is definitely like this should not be. I feel like I don't know, Kreos. What do you think? I think Lina versus DA should not be this favorite to the DA.
I disagree. I mean, obviously you have the refraction charges, right? And Lina is a notoriously low armor hero. He can't actually, like, the thing is that the right click animation of Lina is a lot slower and laggy. There's a lot more wind up. whereas TA has the right click like instant cast, right? And it's also
Yeah,
free
yeah.
right click damage.
Hit
Like,
scan, hit scan, hit scan right
you
click.
can't do shit. You really can't do shit. Like you can't even spam his spells to kind of like burst down the TA because he's just gonna refraction. So I think it's pretty TA favored. The question is more of like rotations wise. Lina is definitely a lot more active, especially with runes and the 6-minute runes. We're gonna see the clock will come out, and Nyx might actually die right now. Pretzel is going for the Nyx assassin on the bot side rune. TA is gonna go secure the top side rune, but they're electing to go dive the Lina mid instead
Oh.
right now.
Pretz is all alone though. Doesn't have the TA in the area just yet, but
Oh,
Lina
rune
doesn't have
spawn
the
bot.
mana.
Oh, the
Oh,
DD rune
unfortunate.
too. Okay, TA decided to go for the bounty rune at top,
Cut your
and Lion
losses, I
decided to leave
guess,
it
but
alone.
not really the way you want things to go.
Yeah, that's definitely a miscom there. Like,
Runes
Clockwork
for
definitely
Gilari.
should have definitely just secured bot rune, and then probably solo killed the Nyx assassin while TA guarded like top rune, but engaged Alina as well. That's okay. This is advanced team play, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like this bottom lane, like leaving this SF and Mars alone. I feel like, yes, I understand you want this clockwork to be rotating, you want this clockwork to be getting runes, but I feel like they should be doing more to pressure this SF, to pressure this Mars before
Yeah,
he
I
hits
agree.
6, because you just straight farm like this, and then you're just gonna eat a arena, and then you're just dead.
Yeah, I agree. At this point of the game, SF doesn't actually need to be pressured. Like, he's just gonna get farm regardless, right? It's gonna get Mask of Madness, and he just shows up to lane, clears it, and then just F-sauce into jungle. But Mars definitely needs his timing. He needs his ulti,
Top
he needs
side.
his blink dagger.
Spring Roll gonna get engaged on here by the side by the duo of Flying Tree and Yoshi, but
26, 26.
26 gonna get popped.
They forced it out at least. They
Yeah,
forced it out.
that they did, but there's no mana on the Ogre Magi.
Double damage.
80 Rune will get popped mid side.
But, I mean, 2 Lotuses and 14 Wand would not say that's no mana. Double wave coming in, they could glyph this and try going.
Honestly, I'm very surprised the Spectre still has this much of a good game, like in terms of CS. You should be pressured a lot more.
Oh,
This
top
is not
side,
a
Claire.
Spectre lane.
Ignite,
No
Fire
mana
Blast.
there.
There's the
Oh,
mana. Boots coming
Boots.
in. Doesn't look like it's enough though to get a kill on the Lion.
This ogre should just dive, man. 16 Wand, this ogre should just dive, like tank the tower.
The Lion has a Trunkel boot,
Gilari,
so
bottom
this
side. Swiftness. Gonna get hit with the Requiem.
Pop,
He
quick,
did
join.
show up here, but will get speared back. Pretz.
Oh
Ronaldo!
my god, Pretzel, no.
Oh, gets a run out. Gets us hit there on top of the Mars, but unable to
Dude,
get
there's
the
so
follow-up.
much miscom going on, like in this
Radiant's middle
Dire
tower
team.
is under
Like
attack.
if Radiant team, if Pretzel went for the Mars right there, 100% would have died. He had not enough mana to do stuff.
I agree, I agree. And again, like, the most crucial is he's not level 6 yet.
But I mean, I guess this is what they were doing, right? Like as you mentioned, Shane, just pressure the Mars, make sure that he can't
Yeah.
do shit. He does have Arena now, in one creep. So
One
the
creep.
question is, are they gonna rotate in Lina to kill off the SF, who's right now in the tower next to Mars with Arena? But they decide not to do it. Okay. Interesting.
So interesting from the Shadow Fiend deciding against taking off Feast of Souls and still going this Mask of Madness.
I mean,
I'd say the build is you get both, right? You go Mask of Madness and then you go Falcon Blade Feast of Souls.
I mean, honestly, I think I think now is fine. You can get Presence to the Dark Lord. I definitely would have gone Feast of Souls 1 point now,
Uh-oh.
but
Swiftness. Stuck in the cogs for quite some time. But it looks like just
Because
can't
it's not
give
just that. It's when you press the Feast of Souls, you also get like +5 souls, which is at this point plus 10 damage, right? So it's not like definitely worth a value point.
I guess yeah, I think you might have a point there. Actually, it's not bad with extra damage and extra attack speed. That's a very significant buff.
Yeah.
Um,
So the attack speed is like what, a glove of haste? A little bit more than a glove of haste, right? And
yeah.
glove of haste 5 damage. One skill point is like 1,000 gold worth of
Beauty on
like
Lina, by the
1,000 gold
way.
worth.
running topside. Lina as well as this Nyx Assassin.
Dire's middle tower
Okay, they're
is
definitely
Charging
gonna
the way
get
through, and here's the Hex on top of Yoshi, and the Laguna Blade plus the Impale. Goodbye, Bristleback. Gets
The
sent
leader
to
is
the
stuck,
fountain.
guys. The leader is stuck.
Topside, oh. They tried to get the Ogre Magi. Ogre simply TP's out. No stuns left available for him.
Yeah, if Lina actually wasn't stuck there, he would have died. Oh, and they're gonna TP bot with the Arena on the SF.
Arena,
Spectre's
SF,
gonna kill.
they're just all over
Yeah.
the map right now.
Easy kill. Holy shit.
4-man move for that SF, so 2 for 2, 2 for none across the map. SF and the Bristleback both die, but mid tower will get taken down by Chris at the very least.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
This Spectre should not have this good of a game, man.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, no, the truth is that I think once Lion had Tronco boots, they can't go in Lion anymore.
Swiftness, spear back, but here comes Chris. TPing in. Looks like they will get that kill onto that Mars at the very least. Forgus TP's in, but too little too late to get involved, but nonetheless, it's a kill assist for this Templar Assassin.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
Bottom
is
tower
under
gets
attack.
taken down by Chris as
Dire's
well, so that's
bottom
2 tower
tower
kills
has
right now for
fallen.
Chris on that Templar Assassin.
Dire's top
Looking at the
tower
net
is
worth
under
chart,
attack.
the Lina is doing really well to
Radiant's
keep
middle
up with this
tower
Templar
is under
Assassin.
attack. Radiant's
Yeah, I mean,
structures are
the hero is
fortified.
able to flash farm, right? Just like TA is. But she also has boots of travel, which makes it such that she can always TP the lanes to get kills on top of non-stop
Dire's
farming.
courier
Top
has
tier
been
1 gets taken
killed.
down.
Oh, Nyx is trying to hunt couriers, but the TA was good enough to micro it. TA is very desperately trying to get 6 right now. Sorry, Nyx Assassin is very clear. Cleary?
Killer Ari. And
Yeah.
Courier.
Radiant's
Very cool.
courier has been killed.
Career.
Yummy, yummy. They have a hook shot though, Killari. Gonna get ran down. Oh, there's the hook shot on the money, but no mana to follow it up with anything.
Oh no.
Forgus is in the
Oh,
area,
that's
but Killari, space created.
Hey, mana aura, well vicious, regenerating 1.5 mana per second. He's gonna get the mana for it too.
Yes,
Cogs!
Cogs. Can he reach it? Here comes the raises coming through.
Oh
The
my
double
God, he had
impale! Come
You had
on!
Cogs,
That's the
man.
second time Killari has done that. I hear a shadow step elsewhere. They find the TA in the jungle trying to farm it up, and looks like the Laguna finger combo. Bring me
Oh
back
my
to
God.
2016! Because they just
There was-
burst down TA.
There was the cogs right there. He even had expanded armature, so he was definitely
Yeah,
in
he would have
range to
caught. He
catch
would have
the.
definitely caught
Like
the...
he was so close, actually. It was good enough.
Radiant's bottom
Oh
tower
my
is
God.
under attack.
That's so unfortunate, actually.
Despair.
That is a despair. Like that was a free kill on the Nyx, who was struggling very hard to get level 6, and now he's gonna get like the space to get the level 6 now.
Lina. Looks like she's gonna get caught out here. Here comes those expanded armature, like what you guys mentioned. So, Forgus gets a kill onto Eligi. Redemption for Prince.
This is us upper, right?
Inter.
No, Inter.
Inter, okay.
Bottom. Yoshi just spitting on Swiftness right now. Killari
Aku!
gets spotted out
Aku on
there.
that
Prince will get that ward. They do spot out the stacks. Yeah, they should. Or rather, a stack. It's like a singular stack
Ivy
here.
stack.
Okay, let's see if Nyx
Oh.
dies now.
Pretz gonna get caught here. Killari just man fight. Oh, that's just a solo kill.
It's a killing spree.
Pretz just solo kills, but a 3-man arena. Can they try to get any of these kills though? They still have a Requiem out ready. He's gonna wind it up. Pretz, he's
Oh,
actually on
that's
top.
oh, holy
Forgus
shit.
just rips apart Swiftness. It's Spring Roll. Was too
Oh,
greedy for
goodbye.
that Clockwork. Laguna Blade will go on top of Forgus, but
Holy
Forgus is
shit.
just fine. The trap will set off there on top of Eligi, and she's just gonna get ran down by this Bristleback. Double kill. It's actually a team wipe.
That minus armor nonsense, it really shows its strength here. It's so much damage, just on all the heroes. Like Lina literally
Oh,
got down to
Nyx
20% HP.
spots out Yoshi. Will also spot out
Minus
Forgus.
15 armor right now.
Stalking,
before
stalking,
SF stacks.
looking. Yep, Yoshi is left all alone. But he's relatively tanky. But here comes the Spectre. I say he was tanky, but I was just lying. Spring Roll just pops that Bristleback once again, and SF long gone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, in Ogre World, farming a minus top. No cares.
Yeah. So I just looked at the last fight, right? BB definitely has Seeing Red, which gives him more movement speed, and also he has a lot of damage, right, from the last fight. Lina TP'd in with full health, with the SF aura and one nasal boost stack on him. BB got her down to 10% HP in 2 right clicks. there was not even any bristles coming out from there. It was just 2 right clicks, and Lina instantly went down to like almost like 0 HP. That's how much minus armor there was in that fight.
And
Interesting.
can you imagine having a single target be an SF aura range plus
Uh-oh.
meld minus armor?
Killer Ari. Gonna get
Oh,
chased.
nice dodge.
Impale will not be hit this time, but in the backline. Oh my god! Pretzel! Finger into the Laguna. Goodbye, but they find Killer Ari 1-for-1. That's the ultimate use though on that Clockwork. If they want to try continuing, they could potentially try, but they will be satisfied with 1-for-1 support trade-off.
So one thing that I would like to criticize SF for, I feel bad, but I don't agree with this Dragonlance. I feel like Dragonlance is if you're desperate to get like right clicks off in fights, but to be honest, in the fights happening right now, like your aura matters a lot more than your right clicks, right? And that means that you might want to consider just rushing BKB straight away, because
I
that way
agree,
you
I
can
agree.
just go in straight and give the aura to everyone instead of like, oh, you see Nick stalking down the SF right now. But there is a tower there, and it's quite difficult for Nyx to navigate. No one is joining him, but Spectre is probably gonna ulti in actually soon in 3 seconds. They are gonna make this move in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's
Oh,
gonna kill
SF
him.
is isolated.
No, come on, do it.
Trying to take the twin
Nice,
gates, and
SF.
here comes that
Nice.
Spectre. Can they try to burst him down though? SF simply just walks away. Does have a Requiem to play with. Gonna try to walk into his team. The pathing, it's a little bit off, but the Requiem gets ripped! But Springwell will find the kill on the Forgus, but he will also die for that one. Pretz gets actually Killer Army from across the map with a rocket flare. And Swiftness, 1v1 against an Ogre Magi. Who's gonna win this one now? He's forced to spear him away.
That was a double Requiem, by the way. It was the main one and then the death one.
And the
SF
second, yeah,
died-
the death one, yeah.
Yeah, SF died to Spectre's Dispersion.
And
From the
Blade
Requiem.
Miller as well.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think Blade was.
Blade wasn't on. The Spectre made
Yeah.
the mistake of
Yeah,
defaulting
but it also like gives back damage, no?
No, it
Yes.
doesn't. Only when it's active.
Only a bit, no. Like when you hit him, even without
Mm.
Blade Mill on, it will still hit you.
No, so
SF
right
did not
click,
right
yes,
click.
but
SF
SF
did not
used
right click in that
so
direction.
the ult didn't trigger the blade mill damage.
Oh, topside, Yoshi
kill.
gets spotted out. Looks like that should be a freebie. Leading kills right now, Yoshi.
Alright. Oh, they even have the presence of mind to give it to Springwell actually. Honestly, that's one thing about Spectre. Like you actually need your team to give you the kills, because you actually farm really slowly. And we are going to see that Springwell is now going for the Radiance this game, which is a good switch up as compared to the last game where she went for straight Manta into Orchid. Definitely the team fight is a lot easier
Uh-oh.
because of the fact
Mars? If he multicasted that Fire Blast, I think he could have been dead. Still playing around though, wait. Wow!
The 3 times!
Flying Tree, he'll die for that one, but that's a kill on the offlaner. Hitting the
So-
slot
so,
machine for Ogre Magi.
So I was
The 3
saying that.
times,
Like,
man.
so I just want to talk a little bit about the Spectre's build right now, right?
Uh-oh, hold on.
Ooh.
Fight coming out. Eligi will get jumped on here, but the beautiful Impale, once again, the hookshot is a little bit off. By 1 centimeter. Eligi will be able to walk away from that one. You were saying, though.
Oh, sorry, yes. So I wanted to say that Spectre on Radiance is so much better this game as compared to going for Manta. Even though that, we have the Nyx Assassin being there to kind of like get pickoffs and stuff, right? But the truth is that, at some point, Radiance lineup is going to group up as 5 and run down the lane. And that's not a time where you can actually go in and get
They
pickoffs.
spot him. Killari under a ward. That's a lot of wards. He's just walking into a line of wards. They're gonna get the slow off. Few more hits should do the trick. Looks like he will be leaving him for Yoshi.
Oh, he was actually alive! Oh my god! Oh, he was actually just outside. He actually made it outside of the.
They also dusted him, though.
The sentry. Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That,
then
yeah,
never
they
mind.
dusted him.
And then there was the bristle. There was the bristle axe. Yeah.
I see. But yeah,
There's
so
a
we are gonna
bump.
see Radiant like group up right now, with the minus armor strap. There is a Deso coming up from TA as well, so it's just piling on armor reduction over armor reduction.
Or Orb of Destruction on SF as well.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
So what is this? -3, -7,
Minus-
and then Desolator is how much?
-6.
-6. So -69.
23 armor.
Base.
23
right?
before Nasal Goo.
Yeah, BB is gonna get
That's
a
not
hairball
Melvin
soon.
as well. Meld is like
Yeah.
24 armor.
Yeah, BB is gonna get a nasal
Oh,
goo.
hold on. Link forward, Impale, Vendetta. That's a lot of damage onto Flying Tree, and he's just straight up dead.
So
Dire's bottom
do note
tower is
that
under attack.
Nazogu, right,
Radiant's
at level
top
4
tower is under
is
attack.
-3 armor per stack. If he gets Aghanim Shard, that gives 2 Goose stacks in the AoE, so that's another -6 armor to everyone.
It's -9
So it's
if he gets it off.
Radiant's middle
yeah,
tower
so
is
it's
under
crazy.
attack.
Like it's actually so much minus armor. Definitely you can't do something stupid like a
Oh,
AC.
Kilari
Ooh.
gets spotted out. Pretz, as well as Chris will
But
find
even
that kill.
AC doesn't have so much value, right? It's
Yeah,
like
AC
you're
is just
already negative.
-5. Yeah, it's already close to negative, right? It's already close to 0. Like sorry, it's already way past 0. So getting another 5 armor doesn't do much at this point.
Like in an AoE, yeah.
Like look at Roshan. Roshan has right now.
-25.
-25.
Holy shit.
Without the Dessa. 25 without the Dessa, guys. 25 without the Jesus Christ, what a
The
buying.
Nazoku is also level 1, by the way. So armor loss is just 1.5 per stack. It will go up to 3 at level 4.
So that could have been 25 plus 6 plus Desolator.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna
Which
call
is
anything at this point
37
because
armor
last
reduction.
game I kind of fucked up and I read the game wrong. So I'm just gonna say, you know, both teams have a chance to win.
The
Right.
safest option. Yes.
Nyx is stalking the whole enemy team
Oh,
down here.
hookshot
They are
going
engaged.
through. They fight. Oh my goodness, Claire just vanishes. There's gonna be a Laguna Blade coming out there on the clockwork, but he's just gonna get stuck. Oh, he misclicks on the SF, but he will still get the kill nonetheless. Killer Ari though just gets deleted. Yay. Disgusting damage coming out. It's a 1 for 2 so far. They do have the Mars in the area. Oh, they really
Just
want this
one here
one.
now.
Shadow Blade, huge arena coming out. They don't have a Laguna Blade though, but it's still gonna find the kill onto the SF. Yoshi taking way too much damage himself. Swiftness still alive. Chris is forced to run away from this one. No
That was a
longer
really good
Magi.
move.
Wait, Chris is gonna turn. Whoa, he missed the LSA. He has another bring forward in the backline. Flying Tree will take down Swiftness. And Chris turns it onto Elegi.
That was hyper risky there. If he got
Yeah,
stunned,
that
if he
was-
died, like Aegis is gone straight away.
But I also feel like it's kind of crazy for Lina to go for that play, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't even be staying there as a TA SF like BB in the first place when you kind of like use most of your stuff. Actually, no, you didn't. You had Aegis. Maybe leave the TA in front. You don't see the Mars, and like maybe set up traps better. Okay, I'm gonna go look back at that one, actually. What happened there, right? They got a kill on Lion, they got a kill on Nyx, so they did feel kind of confident. They saw the Mars, who had Arena up, did have Blink, but they also had BKBs. And okay. So I'm watching it now. I see. SF didn't pop BKB. That's basically what happened. If SF popped BKB there, the fight is
It's a little bit
totally
hard.
different.
It's a little bit hard, right? Like the reaction
No, no,
time
no.
to.
No. He had a whole 1.5 seconds to pop BKB. Because Mars
Oh.
arena'd first, pump faked the Q, and then speared him, right? And instead of popping BKB, he started channeling out.
Yeah, probably. What's it called? We can chalk that up to misinput, right?
Uh-oh.
Like you're pressing
Kilari.
BKB and then you're pressing.
You're gonna get jumped.
Maybe.
Oh, could be a bait though. DA very low. Spring Roll will be able to get out of this one. Will they pop the Aegis? They will not, but they will snatch away the amplified damage rune away from that Templar.
There is still 2 minutes of Aegis up on the TA. And she is at super low health. I'm not sure if this is their attempt at baiting or something, but maybe. "24 minutes and no one's going for runes. Interesting."
24 minutes
I
and
mean-
no one's getting Tormentor.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Shield
under
rune bottom.
attack.
Maybe the Spectre spots it out. Could be pretty
Mars is
valuable.
going for BKB now, which I don't like, actually.
Radiant's bottom
I mean,
tower is
what are
under
you
attack.
actually BKBing off here, right?
I want the Mars to go like Ghost Scepter, man.
I actually don't think that's a bad like play, because your whole job is to just spear people and run, right? And that's the whole point of
yeah.
BKB.
It's like Axe,
So-
right? You just play around
yeah.
your blink. Reset.
So in this case, like, do you really want to BKB? Right? You're just purging off one Ogre Fire Blast. That's it. Maybe the SF ult, which you don't really care about as well. Like to be honest, because
Yeah,
he
but
channels
yeah,
it.
it's
You
like
could use it off, right, yourself.
I agree.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
it's fine.
attack.
You know,
Like
let him
if
play.
even if you have this BKB, you're still a 6 armor hero, right? It's like you cannot stand under 35 armor,
Yeah.
35 armor reduction.
Even if you don't want to get ghosts, there are other options as well.
Tower
You
gets
get
taken down
Force
here. Looks like they want to try to push this space. Looks like there's going to be a jump in right on top of that Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin will get over reaction. Huge
the
arena
option.
going to be catching out onto 3 heroes. The Bristleback is so damn low. How is he alive? Elegant will finally get there by clicking, but the hook shot will be flying through. Forgus with a double kill finds Killer Ari as well as Elegi.
Dire's top
You get the
barracks
Bristleback
have
kill, but Arena use, Laguna use, or not even Laguna use. Spectre ulti as well as the Mars ulti use. And you only get the Bristleback, and the Forgus SF is still relatively healthy. Aegis was popped though. But 2 lanes of Rax gone instantly. Minus
it's
11
kinda
armor.
funny
Minus 20 armor
that
actually.
SF hasn't gotten Feast of Souls yet. Even though
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
buffed.
the people just don't skill it, right?
barracks have
As in, it's a good ability now. It's like totally different from the last patch.
Yeah, it's a great ability now, I feel.
Man. Even went for Shadow Race stack damage. Oh man.
Wow, what a guy. What a guy.
Like
Valve
imagine,
gave you a
right?
gift.
That fight,
Valve gave you a
imagine-
gift and now you're not using it.
Imagine in that fight you had an extra 120 attack speed and extra 40 damage. But
Yeah,
it's
that,
okay.
that
I
sounds
mean,
like 4 that sounds like what? 3-4 extra right clicks of like buff right clicks, right?
yeah. I mean there is an ogre, right, giving him attack speed, but the attack speed that's being given by ogre is 80. The attack speed given by that one at max level with the talent is 120.
I agree.
That's
Mars
fine.
opts to
I
go
mean,
for a Yule Scepter by the way.
he already
Yeah,
had
we saw it in that fight.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
got Requiem.
Actually he bought a shard with the money,
tower
my
is
bad.
under attack.
Hmm.
Dire's
I
bottom
really
tower
do
has
feel
fallen.
like Hex is the play for him, and then BKB straight after.
Well, he's going for BKB
Instead.
first. He's not listening to you.
Dire's
Sorry, not
structures
not
are
BKB.
fortified.
Hex and then Refresher straight after, and then immediately the SF and TA actually gets negated in the fights
He's
with
not
the double
listening
arena.
to the Kraos that gives them
Radiant's
curse.
courier has been killed.
Curse
Radiant's
Kraos.
courier has been
Kilari moving to the side, 2-man stun, 2-man impale. Everything is just in twos. The jump in from the Mars though will catch out all 4 heroes, but the Requiem will still get popped. Springbolt will find Yoshi at the very least. Forgus will find Kilari, just absolutely shreds him. Lina is under the guise of smoke. Another stun, another LSA. Here comes the
They might
Laguna
get
blade.
the-
Can it burst out the SF? It doesn't even look like it can. And the hook shot back in. Chris just rips apart Elegi. Swiftness in the
use him.
backline will find Flying Tree at the very least, but Swiftness, he's just getting pelted by this Templar Assassin. Triple kill for her right now. SF, will she finally die? The Radiance will finally bring him to the grave. Chris still in the area, still pressuring this
Wait,
one.
why do you
Push
back up?
forward. There's gonna be the God Rebuke onto Chris. Chris is gonna try to fight this one, but the spear back and the dagger. Can they find this Templar Assassin? You bet they can. Wicked Sick now. Take it away from Swiftness.
And you have 1 Rax left. How are you gonna fight this? No.
And then there was one. I just wanna say the TA literally 2-shot the Lina, man. That was kinda crazy.
Buy it back from Mars and Spectre though, just to keep that rack alive.
Gotta mention that TA's Meld gives -8 armor as well.
Yeah. It's included in the calculations.
Alright,
I think
yeah.
the total armor reduction value on Roche we'll see like 40, I think, this game.
The math is
Level
mathing.
20 talent. Yeah, level 20 talent. Probably like -40.
I mean, it's a lot, right? Because Roche's base, my armor is 30, so it's definitely very significant.
Yes. So SF is -10. TA is
Wait, -10? Oh, yeah.
-11. -11 plus
No,
Desolator.
TA is. Wait, -11?
20 talent, meld, Desolator
No, he's not gonna
is...
go. He's gonna get Refresh and Dispels for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. So, let's say we're at 14 from TA. So that's 24. And then Bristles...
I mean,
3
just count Dispels
times
as
12.
6. Just count it as Hairball giving 2 glue stacks, right, in the AoE. And then you
Yeah,
have
but
the-
I'm talking about Roshan in this situation.
Oh, I
Roshan,
see.
like Like maximal minus armor.
Okay, let me think.
Oh,
8
oh wait, no! They actually get the kill on the
You're dead!
bristleback. That's a shard.
Holy shit, you just dead!
Yeah,
Holy
that's a
shit!
break on the
Nice.
bristleback. Bristleback's just dead.
There's a break?
Yeah,
Where?
Yeah.
shard on the
Vendetta
Nyx.
break.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, nice. That's big.
Damn, that's
Roshan
big.
in the
That's
next
big. That's
minute
big.
though, so that shouldn't be too bad.
Scotty is coming up with Spectre, which... How do I feel about this?
I feel like you should go butterfly though at this point.
Hmm. Actually, no. I feel like I would... If I were her, I'd probably go Basher and then BKB. Yeah.
True. Validity to that statement.
Blessings.
Not a lot of attacks speed though to utilize the basher.
Radiant's top tower is under
I mean,
that
attack.
much, I mean.
you just need one bash, right, on the SF.
Yeah.
And then the SF doesn't feel safe popping ult as well. And you can always BKB to just stop the SF. Like, BKB and mana to the SF. And SF has to pop BKB because you have Blade Mail going on. I guess maybe the Scotty is because you want to reduce the heal reduction. Or you want to increase heal reduction on the SF.
And there's also the attack speed still, right? Which can't mind fine.
Mm, yeah, I guess.
Oh,
Mm,
Nyx is
but-
hunting.
Wait, does it?
Tower is under attack.
Oh wait, Nyx is gonna get hit with the Requiem, but
mhm.
the thing comes out of that.
Yeah.
They were
20%
trying to
attack
catch it.
speed. It's 20% attack speed reduction, which is a lot.
No
20%?
Requiem for the
No, no,
next
50%.
minute or so.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Nyx is still
20%.
hunting.
Radiant's
There's
top
a ward down.
tower is under attack.
Spectre still split pushing. Nope, they find the Nyx. That's, oh my goodness. Alright. That's basically a 3-shot if I'm not mistaken. Or
Two,
two
just
shot.
two.
Cool.
Just two,
Took 3
man.
hit, took 3 swings.
One
because of the
crit, one
therapies.
crit, one quiver, one crit, one quiver. That's all it took.
Radiant's top
Dude,
tower
Buyback.
TA
is
has
under
another
attack.
quiver as well.
Buyback
Oh,
from the next assassin. Just try to defend this one. Roshan is available though. Trap. They actually, yeah, no, there's a trap here. So
Radiant's top
Roshan gets
tower
spotted
is
out.
under attack.
Okay, so Roshan starts with 42 armor. Okay, so let's see.
Let's see how low it goes, guys.
Two
Oh, and then
meld-
he's gonna do double melt. He's gonna do double melt.
Minus 21.
Okay, so it's minus 21.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
11.
22.
So minus 22, so you started with 42 and you ended up with 8, so that's a minus 34
Radiant's top
armor.
tower is under attack.
Holy shit! And the bristleback didn't even get max goo on it. So the maximal potential was 2 more stacks, so 40.
I mean, the question is how long did it take, and that took like 9 seconds, I think.
Yeah. The only thing missing now is Slardar.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Slardar Dazzle. Hey, that's a viable lineup, no? SF, DA, Slardar,
Radiant's
Bristle,
top tower
Dazzle.
is under
Yes, yeah.
attack.
Backline, Killari gets spotted out. Big AB pop, but instantly cancelled by Preds. He's forced to use the arena in the backline. SF is just free hitting these racks. They will get mega creeps and they even find Swiftness. No buyback for him. The blink in or the TP in from the Spectre. They use the Requiem. They find Killari. That's a dieback on that Nyx Assassin. Claire on that line, just gonna get ran down. Springroll is just getting guided. Christian will just decimate that line. Forgus finds Eligi. Eligi has no buyback. Springroll can't even find that Ogre Magi. And that's it. In a blink of an eye. GG is the call, and Slapnut, they'll tie this game, or rather tie this series up 1-1 to wrap things up here.
Better draft, lol.
I don't think it's better draft. I think it's just execution is really freaking hard for SLAPNUT Magoo. Sorry, for Wash But Not Clean. I actually think that in the first game they did it much better, but I guess the second game the overwhelming minus armor was just too much, right? And they never had a like solution for it. Like they didn't think of drafting like Pugna. They didn't think of drafting like heroes that could have dealt with that. They did have a Mars, but I guess that wasn't enough, right? Because the arena can be mitigated by BKBs. But yeah, I mean, fun game to watch. First series is definitely a lot more ass clenching. But yeah, thanks for casting as well, Anno and Shane.
Yep, so that's going to wrap things up here. So Wash Without Clean 1-1 against Slapnuts Magoo. It's gonna be a split. As I'm actually kind of happy that they split that. The way that they were both playing, they deserve to have it split. But before we end, let's announce some games here. So, what are the games to be announced? So on Friday, 8 p.m., it's going to be Dusk Esports taking on Veteran Vanguard. Oh, hello there, Kraos. Looks like it's your team. I'll be watching that with great intention. Also on
Oh
Friday, there's no
no.
one going to be claiming this game yet because it's the same time as yours. It's Team Be Determined versus Vanguard equals 15 armor. I don't think I someone else should get that. I can't get
Yeah,
that. If I
that's
were to be two Anos, then yeah, sure.
That is the team that won last Inter C, actually. It's the Universe team. They won last season,
Yep.
actually,
Yeah,
and
they did.
against my team they won 1-1. I would say that my game is not that interesting, guys. Y'all shouldn't watch me. Like we're just gonna do some boring shit. Not worth it at all. Like
All right.
for those of you watching.
Anyways, on
Don't watch
Saturday
it,
we
don't
have Diet Devious versus BVC. It's gonna be casted by Nonstop Bops, and Sunday it's going to be BJBE versus Team Meow. Oh, Team Meow's back, and it's going to be Four Star Michelin Chefs versus don't have a team name just yet. So no cast for most of these games, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think that's all the time we have for tonight. And anything you guys want to say before we stop?
No, thanks so much, Anno, for today. Thanks, chat. Uh, Great games.
thank
Okay,
you.
very
Just happy
anticlimactic.
to be here. Just happy to be here.
All right. So with that being said, thank you everybody for watching and good night.